Hi everyone, this is Sruthi Sagar. I am currently pursuing Bachelor of Commerce with Computer Application in Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. And now we would talk about the crisis of Nestle Maggi in 2015. Whenever we think about Nestle, we think about a story about a organizational success. Since its inception in 1866, the company has been rapid growth, profit, and earned reputation all around the world. Even the company in India is doing exceptional well. Since 1959, Nestle has been operating in India. It is selling noodles to rice wheat eating country, selling chocolates to people who are famous for the sweets, selling powder milks to the country obsessed with fresh milks. Unfortunately, the company lost its reputation in India in 2015 and faced a never before seen crisis. The 104 years old reputation was linked when a lab found high amount of lead in its the famous brand of noodles, Maggi. This founding lead sequenced nationwide band of India's most beloved product. Nestle India faced its worst nightmare. However, the company managed to jump back from the situation and regained its once held reputation. What's more impressive about Nestle is how they react and face the problem worst crisis. The way they solved the problem, remained in the business, and grown faster than the before in the case for study and research. This paper delves deep into the crisis, began how the company efficiently and effectively came out of it. Now we talk about the crisis. Maggi instant noodles came under the scanner for three main reasons. The first was aforementioned violation of regulation for adding lead and MSG into the product, as against the maximum limit of 2.50 parts per million ppm. The amount of lead detected in the Maggi simple was previously high in 17.2 ppm. The second offense was mentioning no added MSG on the packaging, which is an act of mislabeling. Also, it launched Maggi oats masala noodles without meeting the approaching of norms of standardization. Maggi owned 80% of the market share in instant noodles segment. After the ban dropped to 0%, the crisis was very serious and it was state of emergency for Nestle India. Maggi is also hard work for 30 years was at stake. So Nestle India had to take some necessary steps. And at last, we would talk about how Nestle managed to jump back. Clinically dead is how the company India's boss loved to describe the Nestle of those days. Swiss partner control Nestle India makers of Maggi noodles has made a strong comeback to regain the lost of ground in 2017. Nearly 2 years after it was forced into withdraw its target selling noodles brand from shops across the country, following its failure to meet certain food safety standards. After 2 years, Maggi noodles commands a market share of 60%, having regained most of lost share during the ban days. The brand equity and customer trust had been built over generation, and this was helpful to brand bounce back after the near death experience. Suresh Narayanan had said in an interview to First Post last year. After 5 months ban, in November 2016, Nestle India relaunched Maggi noodles in Indian market. The company is not just relying on the Maggi brand, although it still accounts for major proportion to its overall revenue. In the last few quarters, Nestle has launched several products like Greek yogurts, kissed breakfast cereals, Nestle Grow, and health food drink Nestle Plus Pro Grow, etc. Despite the planned launches, Nestle parent sells just 20 brands in India as against the global boutique of around 20,000 odd brands. A Mint report said the company wants to tap India top 600 cities that will account for half of consumption growing over the next 10 years or so. Then we come to the conclusion. At last, however, the 2015 scandal was shocked for all. What makes this company different from other is how they solve their problem and overcome the crisis. Nestle's crisis management should be case study and matter of research. We as students learned a lot from how the role of management, culture, commitment and attitude can taken to a company on a top. Thank you.